Hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hi, it's Jill. How was your weekend? I had a big weekend this weekend. We had a class and we made an amazing 6 cards. We used the Saying Thanks kit. Everybody got a kit. They are 30% off, up to 30% off at the moment. And so we made 3 of the kit cards and 3 cards that I just made up using things in the kit. It's a load of fun and it's a bit of a challenge for me to, you know, think outside the box, outside the, outside this box, the Saying Thanks kit box. If you buy a kit, one of our kits, you get them in these great boxes. I'm just like a kid or a cat. I think the box is the best thing. But anyway, we had a great time. We're doing it again next Sunday at my other class. So, yeah. Okay, now, tonight's cards are a little bit out of my comfort zone. I have an amazing little tool. Now, we did this in the classes last month. Everybody was so impressed how this worked. Now, it is not my idea. I want to stress that. It is not my idea. It is from Natalie at NB Cards. Now, I will try and put that in the description below. But it is such a fun way. And you know what? Sometimes I don't know about you guys. I say we, but I mean me, okay? You want that really, really, really pale colour and you end up putting too much colour on and you're just so disappointed at the results. Well, this is pretty good in terms of achieving that. So I think the other thing is using little tiny stamps. Now, I bought 2 new stamp sets in this last few weeks, and I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone. So I've decided to combine these 2 techniques, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, you let me know, but I think I nailed it. So we're going to be using some things from the Friends for Life. We're going to be using the die there. I'm going to show you some cards that I previously made to get to this point so that I can create the video for you. So we're going to use something from that. We're going to, I'm not using anything from this, but this is one of the sets that I bought. And it has these little tiny elements in it. So I find that hard to know how to use them. So I've been practicing. This is the stamp set that we're going to take some of these little tiny images from. And I've made 2 cards. And we're going to make... Have I made 2 cards? Let me have a look. It's been a long day. Yes, I have. Of course I've made 2 cards. Crikey. Okay, so look, I'm not going to torment you any longer, okay? So that's what we're using, and I'm going to show you where they are in the catalogue. So Choose Happy is on page 24. It's this huge set here. You've got all these little images and you've got some words that you can put together. It's a brilliant idea. It's one of those stamp sets that will be one that you think, I just need something small. And this is going to be it. Now, the other one is the Friends for Life. It's on page 43. I bought the bundle, so I'm using the dies. And that other stamp set is called Happiest Day on page 99. I just fell in love with that little dragonfly. That's the only reason I bought it, that dragonfly. But I've yet to use it. stay tuned, stand by, look out. Okay, so this little I'll show you the cards. Okay, I'll show you the cards and then we can get on to making them. Okay, now this is the first one I made, and I thought it'd be a cute little Christmas card, even though it doesn't snow here in Australia. But these little gems, oh, I forgot to look them up. I'll put them in the details below. I love the little iridescence of those. I added this little iridescent ribbon. There's some dies there that I'm going to talk about in a minute. And the two little images from that little set called Choose Happy. Little penguins. And I've coloured them slightly, well, I coloured their beaks and their feet different colours, and I made them hold hands. I just thought that was so cute. Sending love your way. Now that can be a Christmas card, that can be anything. It can be a seasonal winter card. I didn't bother putting a bow on it. I thought there was enough happening there. We'll talk about it later on. Let's pop that over there. It's over there. Leone, when I say where is it, it's over there. This is the second card I made. Now, I was getting to be a little bit more comfortable by the time I'd made this card. So I'm going to stick with this kind of basic, layout for the next card. It's going to be different. But here's that little, I thought the little bluebird of happiness. I coloured him blue. There's our die friend, and used a stamp from one of those sets. Can't remember. I think it's that one. It'll all be in the details. Okay, so I'm not sure if these are retired. I'll have a look and see if they're retired, but I just thought that was really cute. And I started to realize the power of having that small little focal point kind of thing, you know. So yeah, and I wonder if you're wondering how that background came about. Well, that is where Natalie comes in from NB Cards. So we're going to do that now. I've pretty much got everything ready, so let's get to getting, hey? Right, I just want some scrap paper. Nope, that's got crap all over it. Hang on. Hold your horses, honey. Let me just get some. You think I would have had that ready by now, wouldn't you? Okay, didn't do it. Hang on, got to have a sip of coffee. Cheers, everybody. Gosh, I make a good cup of coffee. Okay, now look. In this little box of tricks here, I've got a window sheet or the acetate piece that comes with your stamps. So there's a sturdier piece and a thinner piece. I always put the thinner piece on my stamps because it's easier to rip off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This piece here is easier to bend and get off. Okay, so I always put that back on my stamps. These I keep. If I want any window sheets or if I'm making a shaker card, this. But we're not going to use that for this today. We're going to do a technique. And I really love this technique. Now, as I said, not my original idea, but Natalie from NB Cards has perfected this. I want some alcohol, and I've got it in a little spritz bottle. I don't know what happened to the other one I had, but anyway, here we go. And I'm going to do some smooshing with Natalie's Smoosher. Now, this is a plastic Ziploc bag. She gives you the instructions over on her website, but I'll just give you a quick Reader's Digest version of it. I scrunched up some paper towel. I've made it flat like a little powder puff thing. I've popped it in the middle of the big circle that I cut from the Ziploc bag. Now, if you do it from a Ziploc bag, you'll get two, you can put an elastic band. This is one of those tiny little hair elastic bands. I've just popped it in the center, gathered it all up, made myself a little handle. Now, the other day I made a bubble wrap one. It's not as finessed as the other one. I just grabbed some, scrunched it up, put some sticky tape on it because I wanted to see what it was. She makes them on her video, so you might want to go and have a look. That adds a different kind of texture with the bubble wrap. So this is so clever. This is really, really clever, and I really, really want to share it with you. So I've got my little smoosher. I'm not sure if hers is exactly the same size as mine. I've got some alcohol in a little spritz bottle. I've got my piece of acetate, my window sheet or whatever you want to call it, and I have a piece of basic white. Now, I have cut this down to fit our card, and this is matte 2, whatever country you're in. If you would like a copy of the mattes templates, please just email me here. Tilly2145@gmail.com. Okay, it's a PDF. You'll get it as a PDF. I've gone to the trouble of cutting them out. I have the US ones and the A4 ones, the metric ones. I'm a very visual person. I like to look at it. I like to see what it looks like and change it around. But anyway, there's a few videos in my library that talk about these in greater depth. So matte 2, we're up to that. Matte 2. Now, this card is landscape. I want to make the next one portrait. Okay, so I'm putting my piece of paper there, and this is all I'm going to do is get some balmy blue, because I want this to kind of look like the sky, and I'm going to just put some ink on this. I've just smooshed it straight from the ink pad onto there. Now, that more than likely is probably too much. You really only need a tiny little bit, but let's go. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'll leave it on there. I'm going to spritz some, and I'm covered in ink because I've been playing all day. I'm just going to spritz some alcohol. Please make sure you know where that little doodah is, that little doodah, because, yeah, you don't want this in your face. Okay, so I'm putting a fair amount of alcohol on there. I'm going to move that over here now, and I'm going to mix this around and just going to start smooshing, basically. Now, because it's got the alcohol in it, it's going to dry really reasonably fast, okay? Faster than it would if it was just water. So I'm just putting a bit of colour on here. And I'm just, you can have greater control with this rather than the normal smooshing technique where you push it down into it. A lot of times the ink all goes to one end. This is easy. So you control where you want that ink. Now, do go off the page, because you don't want this to look like you just sort of did this in the middle. You want this to look like it's a complete piece, okay? So we're going to do that off the page, and then I want to just wipe that up a little bit, because I found if you have less on there, you can get small little dots. I hope I've just convinced you and myself of that. So because there's less on there and it kind of pools, see how I'm getting those little dots? I hope you can see that. Before it was just big smooshes. Now we're getting down to, yeah, look, see there? I love it. It just adds texture. I think this is brilliant. Natalie, from NB Cards, you are a genius. Go and have a look at her page, her YouTube channel. I don't believe she's affiliated with anyone in particular, but yeah, very, very clever lady. And I just adore this technique because I can do as much or as little as I want, and I can control where I'm putting that. Now, I'm sure everybody's got a plastic bag and some paper towel. I made one with some cotton wool balls. So think about, if you haven't got paper towel, tissues, think about what you could possibly use in there. And it does actually give this very, very beautiful pale background. Now, all I need to do is give that a wipe, give this a wipe, and I'm going to call this done because I don't want too much colour on it, okay? So there we go. So I can pop all that stuff together, and that will be my smooshing kit. Now, because it's alcohol, it's probably not going to take too much to dry. If you're impatient, you could hit it with your heat tool. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it to dry naturally because I have some other things that I need to do. Now, let's have a look at these dies. These dies are currently in the Australian clearance rack, and they are Australian dollars, $24. So they're called Brilliant Background Dies. Now, I've used both of them on the little penguin card. I thought it would look like a chilly breeze blowing, and this, I don't know. I thought of ice cubes, you know, like selling ice cubes to Eskimos. That's my own little personal joke. But yeah, it actually punches out those little squares in the middle, and it gives this gorgeous stitched detail. They are two separate dies. I have used them, one on the top, one on the bottom. But I'm going to use this one again because I want that illusion that there might be a bit of a breeze blowing. So I want to use that one. I'm going to pop that in there. Now, this is what I've been doing all... Oh, there's my little alcohol thing. Look, I put it in there for safekeeping. Oh, well. This is scraps from the class that we had. It was all die cutting scraps. Now, I've gone ahead and just stamped those little tiny images in any little space before I chuck this out. So I will show you how to colour. I'm going to show you how to colour two things. I'm going to show you the pumpkin and the sun. I'm going to do that before we do anything else. So the sun, I want light and dark pumpkin pie, and I want light daffodil delight. So I've stamped it. I've stamped it in pumpkin pie. I mean, when you stamp them, meh, they're just images. But when you start colouring, they come to life. So I'm going to show you how I did this. The sun was the simplest one of all. Dark pumpkin pie. I just went around the inside of the sun, just like that. Light pumpkin pie inside that, just like that. And then I just got the light daffodil delight and coloured from the inside out, and it just blended to this gorgeous, gorgeous sun image. How quick and easy was that? And you've got this gorgeous little image of a sun. I can cut that out and put that on maybe one of the cards we're making today. Now, the pumpkin is almost identical. I'm just going to use the light and the dark pumpkin pie. I'm just going to accentuate some of the areas around the outside with the dark, and pretty much that's about it. Oh, I did put some brown, this is the bronze marker in the stalk of the pumpkin. And then I'm going to use the light pumpkin pie to just colour that in and blend that. And it just, look, you don't even have to do that. You can just colour them straight. They will still look cute no matter how you do it. And obviously I've stamped his little face in Tuxedo Black, the Memento one, because it is a water-based. It will not smudge with the alcohol markers. Look at him. Isn't he cute? So I've literally got, I wouldn't say hundreds, but out of all the little scraps that I had around the place, I've been stamping these little stamps and colouring them in when I have a minute or two. So I'm going to continue with that. And that would have been rubbish. It's pretty much not much good for anything else. So, yep, saved its life, recycled it, found another use for it. So, yep, don't discard everything until you've had a good look at it. Right, now, I have already cut this out. I am going to cut this out now, and I'm going to use my little mini stamp and cut and emboss machine. I can never remember the name of it. Sorry, Stampin' Up, but I'm terrible. So I'm just going to pop that in there. It's just a scrap, another scrap of basic white. I'm going to pop that in there like that, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to show you how all this comes together in about 2 minutes. Just let me pull that off there. Okay. And with our little card front, it just fits on here, and I'm going to have to be very, very careful. But it's dry now, so I just want to create a little bit of movement. So I'm going to get some tape, and I'm just going to tape that on there like that. Now I use this removable tape. You can use it a couple of times before it needs to be chucked out. Washi tape, whatever. Normal sticky tape, just take the stickiness off it if you yeah, just be careful. Now, I hope I don't scrunch this up, okay? So I need this to go through relatively straight. So this is mat 2, and yeah, so just bear with me. Cross your fingers, hold your breath, and let's hope I don't bugger this up, okay? Let's hope. Okay. So far, so good. Right. I think we're okay. Okay. Now, this one doesn't actually cut anything out, but it does put some texture onto this card front. So let me just peel this off and show you. So this bit of tape, I can use this again a few times before it's destined for the trash. Look at that. So you've got these almost like, it looks like there's a breeze blowing. So yeah, beautiful. And it cuts right through, so they're little perforations. So we've got that. Oh, where's our little tittle for our eye? Hang on, I think I lost that. I hope not. Surely it's here somewhere. I have cut this up. There it is. There it is. Hold your horses, honey. Don't lose that little thing. That is the dot above the eye. So I might just pop it here on this scrap so that I don't lose it because it's dark. Okay. Now we can start putting this together. I've already cut out a mat 1 from our Daffodil Delight, and in the center I cut out the shadow of the word friend from that bundle, Friends for Life. Okay, I'm just getting a card base because I forgot to get one out. So what I'm going to do is just pop this all together, and you might be thinking, well, that doesn't look very exciting. Okay, it will in a minute. It will. Now I'm going to pop this on here, and we're going to put everything together. So the first thing I want to do is I want to glue my word onto my shadow. So yeah, you don't need a lot of glue. Now I'm just using my ordinary glue. I hope it hasn't got a fine tip on it or anything like that. Right, I just want to make sure it starts. And I'm just sort of dabbing the tip on a few different areas. You don't have to have the whole thing covered in glue. This will be plenty to hold it down. If you put too much on, you're going to risk it oozing out everywhere, or if you drop it. Hang on, I think this calls for coffee. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I think that comes under that heading of oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to pop this on here now, and it's you know, look, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? We have to get out of that mindset that everything has to be perfect. It will fit. It may have got stretched, but it will fit back onto the shadow of the word. And yeah, if it's not 100% perfect, don't stress. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. Do not stress about the small stuff. Now there's that little tiny thing there, right there. So yeah, I'm going to save myself a whole heap of angst, and I'm just going to pop a little tiny dot of glue on there, just like that. I'm going to take this piece out. I'm going to pick it up with this sticky tip, and I'm going to pop it there and just put it into place. There you go. Look at that. Don't sweat the small stuff, guys. Right, there we go. Look at that. So I'm hoping there's enough contrast here for that. But in the meantime, we've got another little thing that I want to do. I want to stamp my greeting. Possibly should have done that before I die cut that, but don't sweat the small stuff because it's just not worth it. Okay, so I'm going to take that off there. I'm going to roughly place where I want to put friend, and I'm going to stamp this in black. Now I have put together Happy Bee Day from that little stamp set. It's got some great little words that you can put together. Happy Bee Day. So they're separate words. So you can make a whole long sentence if you can make sense of that. Now I made myself a little memento black ink spot today, and I got it everywhere. That's why I'm covered in glue and ink. Oh my God, look at the ink. How you would get it on there is beyond me. But anyway, so I just inked it up, so it's very, very juicy. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a test drive first. And let's have a look. Oh, it's so cute. Happy Bee Day. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Right, let's do it again. Let's hope we get it right this time. Oh my goodness. Right, let's have a look. So I haven't put friend there yet. I just want to see where I'm going to be putting this, okay? So I think that's straight. Now, just bear with me while I just pop that down. Gosh, I hope it turns out. It did, look at that. Now, I've got something else that I want to put on here as well, and it's this little bee. This little bee from that set. So I'm going to ink him up. I'm going to have a little look and see. A little bit of a test drive first. Where do I want him? I kind of want him here. Yep, I kind of want him there. So just bear with me while I ink this up again. Now you know why I've put Happy Bee Day. So I want him to be like that, I reckon. Now I'm going to clean this stamp. I should have done this first. I'm going to clean the stamp, and I'm going to pop a bit of a post-it note over the bee now. Just over the bee. And I'm going to ink up his trail again. If I take that off there, you'll see that all I have is the little bee trail. So I want to kind of link this up to that one and have it like he's just flown over here and over there. Look how cute that is. So, yeah, cute. Really, really cute. These little tiny stamps I'm finding so much fun to use. So we've got that, and now let's put this kind of together, okay? So I want to pop some glue on here. And again, you don't have to do it on every single little piece of it, just on strategic places, and that will hold it really, really well. Now, if you have to use your tweezers, use your tweezers. But I just want to pop him on there like that. Happy Bee Day, friend. And then I painstakingly cut out a coloured version. All I did was colour his body, and I just put a little bit of Pool Party on his wings. And I'm going to pop a couple of, or one, whatever will fit on there. What do you call these things? Stampin' Dimensionals. Look, one in his body. I might be able to get a couple of little tiny half ones. That's kind of why I cut these in half, so that I don't have to. Look at that. How good is that? Maybe this little piece. Hang on. There's been a fall. Hang on. Right. Now he is going to go over this little bee here. Now, as I said, I have a little bit of trouble with knowing when to stop, if you know what I mean. Like, now I can't get that off, so hang on, hold your horses, honey. Let's lift that one up and get this one out from there. Right, done. Crisis averted. Hang on a second. So I've got my little bee here, and I'm going to pop him over the bee that's here. So not only is he now coloured, I didn't have to worry about fussy cutting out his antenna. And there he is, look at that. And he's got this little trail going. Oh, this is so much fun for me because I'm used to doing big, you know, big stamps. Okay, now I'm going to glue that onto there. I've got a bit of a crease in it there. Do not, and this is another word from someone who's been there and done that, don't glue over those, because the glue will actually ooze out of those perforations. And I'm speaking from experience. So just a little bit of glue. We're going to pop that over there. I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Have a nice little border. We've picked up the yellow. I think it's just a happy little card. It's just a happy little card. Now that is going straight onto our card base. Oh, I did it this way. I was going to do it that way. Leon, why didn't you tell me? Look, I'm going to glue it on now, okay? Let's just call this Plan B, not Jill stuffs up again, okay? Just Plan B. Right. Gosh almighty. Talk about keeping your mind on the game. What game? Look, there we are. We've got this cute little bright and happy little card. I guess I could have done the friend in blue. Should have done that. Didn't. This is one of those seat of your pants kind of things. Now, I was going to put some of these beautiful little... I don't even know if these are retired. I'll have a look. I'll let you know. If they're not retired, I'll put the number down in the comments or the description. But I just thought, just some of these little blue... This is another thing I struggle with. Where do you put these? You know, like, where do you put them? So if I put 3 there, and then I put, say, 1 there, 1 there, and then maybe another one up here. I've done it now. What do you reckon? What do you reckon about that? Happy B-Day. I think that's so stinking cute. What do you think? Look at my little penguins. My little penguins holding hands. And there's a close-up of those 2 dies. Look at them. So cute. And here's our little bluebird of happiness. So let me know what you think about those. Which one is your favourite? I mean, this could be a Christmas card. Could quite easily be a Christmas card. This one has pool party in the background because I thought it was more like an icy colour. This is balmy blue. No, that was boho blue, and this is balmy blue, okay? So there's a couple of different finishes for you to have a look at. But let me know, please. I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And just hit that little bell if you can still do that, because, I don't know, I've been out of it for a while. Yeah, so if you can do that, then you'll be notified when I upload. I do a Sunday night video and a Thursday night video if it's at all possible. You can go to my store, which is jilllancet.stampinup.net, and you can have a look at any of these items. You can download the catalogues. There are 2 catalogues currently running. There is a clearance sale, which is where I got those beautiful dies from in the background here. There is up to 30% off kits, and everybody in my class this month got a kit because they were very, very reasonably priced. That kit was actually up to, that was 30% off. And there's a great joining offer at the moment. I think it's still $169. It's been $169 since I joined, which is about 5.5 years ago. And this month you can get up to $200 and I think it's $86 worth of goods. Now you select them. You pick what you want. You put it in your starter kit, up to $286. I think it works out to about $117 worth of free stuff. Now you can fill that with kits that are up to 30% off. You can look through the clearance rack and put that in your starter kit as well. and you're going to get more bang for your buck. So look, if you want to speak to me about that, shoot me an email, tilly2145@gmail.com. If you want a copy of the PDF, crikey, I forgot where I was going, for the matte templates, same, request matte templates at that address. Look, I'm going to leave you guys now. It's been a glorious Sunday here in beautiful downtown Greystanes, and I got to go and get the clothes off the line. We're in daylight savings, so I can do that. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you so much, and do be kind. Hooray! I'll see you later. Bye.